So, how's it going, guys? Uh, in Fortaleza in October and at least in early November, which it is right now, 2022, the day always starts out with a few clouds. It's kind of a little bit overcast, but you see a little sun, and then boom, boom. By about 10:30, 11 o'clock, certainly before lunch, everything is burned off and you're looking at an entirely sunny day. Over and over, that is the pattern that I've witnessed here in Fortaleza, Brazil. I don't know if I just said Barranquilla, but Fortaleza is what I'm referring to. So back in August and September, especially September, you'd have the better part of the entire day be sunny, even when you would first get up, right? So I'm comparing it to Barranquilla, Colombia, on the coast up there, because I discovered during 2 years, or during the sunny period, the hot spell in Barranquilla. Every year they have a rainy season, and then they have a non-rainy season, right, in Barranquilla. And so I compare places in Brazil and other places in Latin America to Barranquilla because it had the best weather from mid-December until the end of March, a good, strong, at least 3 month period, right? You have incredibly sunny weather, right? So I would say the coast of Colombia, you will get better weather up there, especially in the Barranquilla, Santa Marta area, okay, than in Fortaleza, Brazil. Oh, just a moment. So I'm in my apartment here in Fortaleza. Uh, and so I really, really do like the weather here in Fortaleza. Um, this is at a time when in Rio and Sao Paulo, especially Sao Paulo, it's actually cold. Or it was, not now. Now it's getting warmer, of course. But when I first got here to Fortaleza this time in June, I remember in June, getting into Sao Paulo and it was cold. I mean, I was like, oh, where's my jacket? I'm chilly, right? And then on the same day when I boarded my onward flight to Fortaleza, I got off the plane in Fortaleza, and sure enough, it's that full tropical, warm, sunny feeling, right? So if you're coming to Brazil for the weather, you might want to rethink, Rio, Sao Paulo, Curitiba, and certainly down the way south of Brazil. You may want to rethink that, okay? You really should. The Brazilians themselves come out to Fortaleza all the time during the winter because it's still sunny here. It's always sunny and warm here, throughout the whole year. Not just most of the year, not just part of the year. It's always warm, at least warm. They do have a rainy season up here, and yeah. But if all these places where you see grass, they've got to water the grass, right, during this period of time because it's not sufficient rain. It's rained 3 days. I mean, when I say rain 3 days, there was 3 days on which there was rain during the last 4 or 5 months. No, maybe 4 days. But no way more than 5. And on some of those days, it rained, and then the clouds went away. But I'm trying to think back. Was there a June? Was there a few more days in June? No, no. It's just very, very rare. It does happen though. Of course, it's still warm. Um, at any rate, I also noticed in Santiago, Dominican Republic. I don't know, um, because I watch the weather very carefully, right? I'm like kind of the normal snowbird, right? The term snowbirds, they go south during the winter. In Santiago, there's a pattern where in the morning it starts out really sunny, but then towards the afternoon, this I didn't like about Santiago. Towards the afternoon, it was cloudy. I mean, very, very often by 3:30, maybe 50% of the days, it would be at least partly cloudy, if not well overcast. Right? I didn't like that about Santiago. Of course, there were a lot of sunny days in Santiago, sure, and before about 2 or 3 in the afternoon, it was usually pretty sunny during the days, and it was the strangest thing in Santiago. I would wake up every morning, and nearly every morning was sunny, but then I would always see clouds forming on this mountain range that is to the north of the valley in which Santiago sits. I'd see the clouds forming, and then lo and behold, sure enough, by a couple hours after lunch, those clouds had come over into the valley, and it was overcast. I was just like, man, this sucks. That's why Puerto Plata and Sosua são cidades melhores. Né? They're better cities for the sun. At least in terms of sun. And so, okay, weather tangent. Fortaleza, Brazil. November, October and November.